in the group.
Yeah.
A lot of different musicians,
Hmm.
but so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hey, hey, we're live. This is Johnny Bean, David Nesdall.
Yo, how you doing?
I'm good, man. 10:50 p.m. California time. 9:15, 2016, and I just walked in the door. It's been a very long day
I can imagine. It was a long day for me too. Super long.
for everybody. I think everybody had a long day today. Thank you for the thumbs up already.
Nice.
um, we have a thumbs up and it says no one's even watching, so I don't even. That's
Wow. Did I do that maybe? I don't know.
well, you should.
Well, no, I don't think I did. Not yet,
You, you
anyway.
you have the power. Um, yeah, I'm opening up the other window with the chat box and all that stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, super long day. I know you did. Uh, real quick, what
Yeah.
happened? What happened to you today? I think most of Facebook knows uh, because
Yes.
I saw that. Oh, hey, cool show. Thank you, thank you, Kawasaki Vulcan 1500.
Nice.
Thank you for watching. Yeah, I think most of Facebook, everybody who's on your page anyway, probably
I had a,
knows because
I had a lot of people, wish me the best of health and speedy recovery. I mean, I think it's 200 and counting, 200 comments or more.
Mhm.
That's crazy. I can't even tell you how many people liked it. I haven't really looked in a while, but yeah, it's just it's pretty amazing. I want to thank everybody for being concerned. It's really amazing.
Mhm. Well, what'd you do?
Well, I had some eye surgery today. I had cataract surgery in my left eye. I had it in my right eye as well. Back in May, I had that done. I had that corrected, and I've been seeing basically just with one eye since then. And today I had the left eye done at 7:30 this morning,
Hmm.
and the patch is already off my eye, and I can see out of both eyes. It's amazing. Like my left eye still is blurry, but that's because the pupil is so dilated. If you look at my eye, I look like I should be in what's that band with the guy with the big black pupils? What's the name of that band in the '90s?
Uh, I'm
Guitar
not
player.
sure, but well, David Bowie, one of his eyes was dilated.
Uh huh.
People think what? Does he have two different colored eyes?
Yeah, I thought one was blue and one was green, or one was brown and one was
I'm
green.
not sure. I don't think that's the case. I think one of them is just super dilated or was, and that's why they look like that.
Oh,
Like he had an accident when he was a kid or something,
right.
and that happened to his eye. Something like that. Maybe someone
Okay.
will chime in.
Maybe. But anyway, it's my eyesight's just going to get better every day, and I mean, even from uh, today at 1 o'clock is when I took the bandage off my eye, and it was like really super blurry, and already since then it's improved
Hmm.
big time. Like I was telling my roommate Dennis tonight that for the first time in 6 years, I can actually see features on people's faces. Like I told him, he's got a beard, and I said, I could see, I can actually see the hair. Like before, it was just a black thing on his face, but now I can actually see the hair. It's amazing, just
Yeah.
amazing to be able to see.
Yeah, you're flirting with him now.
No, I'm really not.
You're like Dennis. You're really good looking.
No, it's not like that at all.
Oh, you didn't notice he had a beard before?
No, I knew he had a beard, but I couldn't actually see the hair. It just looked like, to me, it looked like just like a black, mass of something.
Isn't that funny? I don't know if that's funny.
It's not funny.
Should I be laughing at that?
No, it's not funny. It's just the way it is. Like I can see, I can see. Uh, it's I can see stuff.
Hmm. But you spent the whole day probably inside after that.
Yeah, I didn't.
You
The only
probably couldn't go outside.
yeah, I went outside. But it was in the evening where the sun went down. So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't have been too bright.
hmm
You probably should have kept that patch on there all day, I think.
no, they didn't want me to. The
They
doctor
told
wanted
you?
me. Yeah, they wanted it off at 1 o'clock because I had to start taking my eye drops.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Man. Well,
it's different
that's
now.
good.
It's different now than it even was back in May. Their protocol is a lot different
Hmm.
because back in May I had to have it on the whole first day, and I was
Hmm.
allowed to take it off the second day. But it's different. Everything about it was different. It was a lot quicker
Hmm.
today than it was back then.
Wow. It's
But I have a little headache. I have a little headache now. All the meds are wearing off, so
hmm.
it's all right though. I can take it.
Wow, and it's what, 1 in the morning there now?
Yeah, almost 2 o'clock.
So you have eye surgery and you stay up till 2 in the morning?
Well, uh, I shouldn't, and I do have to go back to the doctor tomorrow at 8:45 in the morning.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I have to go for a follow up. He has to make sure that everything went well.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah, I have to leave the house around 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
Man.
be okay though. I'm just gonna conk. I'm gonna conk right out after this.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I spent the last 2 hours of the night setting up this guitar that was just given to me.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I saw you sent me a photo. I saw it, and yeah, those Singa coils or whatever. Yeah, those look like DiMarzio humbuckers,
Yeah, yeah,
rails. Yeah.
they're really cool. I did plug the guitar in, and they actually sound very Strat-like, but no noise.
Hmm.
Very cool.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And it's a Jackson, right?
Yes, it's a 1986 Jackson San Dimas. It's I don't know if that's what it's called, but it was made in San Dimas, California.
Hmm.
I would imagine it's still some sort of soloist, but with a pick guard.
Hmm. Hmm. I remember the last time I drove past, the last time we were driving, we were leaving LA. Um, and I remember we passed. I think Sam Dimas. Is it before Pasadena or after? I can't remember. But I remember we were driving on the freeway, and there's a sign saying "You're now in San Dimas." You know, and
Yeah,
immediate, you think of Bill and Ted. You know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. Wow, you got new eyes. You got a new guitar.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty crazy. And it was a guy, a friend of mine who I haven't seen in 25 years,
Hmm.
at least 25 years. Calls me out of the blue. He's a Facebook friend of mine. Calls me out of the blue and says, "Hey, I heard you had some surgery. Uh, my girlfriend lives like a block up from you, and this guy lives 45 minutes away from me." He says, "You still live on Elm Avenue?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." It's like, "I have a girlfriend. My girlfriend lives like a block away from you on Elm Avenue. You feel like having company?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay, sure." comes over. I hadn't seen him in literally 25 years, and he brings this guitar. He's like, I really don't want this guitar. Uh, you know, I, I know you play a lot of Floyd Rose guitars. Do you want it? I'm like, are you sure? I said, yeah, and he gave it to me.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, that's really cool.
yep. And with the original case, the original hard shell Jackson case.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You must have like 100 cases in your house.
No, I have a storage space. Me and Dennis both rent together, and all of our cases that we don't need, readily are in the storage space.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Man.
and that's about 10 minutes away.
Mm-hmm. That's cool, man.
Yeah, yeah,
That's cool. That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So anyone interested in taking a look at this guitar that I have, just check it out on Facebook. It's on. I just posted it. Uh, I posted it on the in the Charvel group, Charvel Guitar group. But I'll repost it on my page so people can see it. It's pretty cool. I was, just playing it for a little while. It's really great, and I'm leaving the bridge floating. I'm gonna leave the Floyd floating so you can pull up on it as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be slightly different than everything else I own.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's always good to have different things, you know.
yeah,
You don't want a
yeah.
hundred
A
things
Floyd
of
Rose guitar without stripes on it. And it has an ebony fretboard. Hum single single.
mm-hmm.
It is heavy. It is very heavy though. I think it's a maple body. I'm not sure, but I think it's maple.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So that's what's up, yo. That's what's up.
Right on. Right on, man.
Yeah. So what's going on with you? Tell me about your day.
Super long day. I had an early appointment up in San Ramon today.
Mm-hmm.
Uh like 11 o'clock, you know. And
Yeah.
it's like an hour and a half drive to get up there. Or so, my MapQuest or whatever tells me, although I get up there a little quicker than that.
Yeah.
I take the Porsche, right?
Nice. That's
And
the other car.
yeah. And so yeah, so I got up there pretty quick and had my appointment and then had a couple hours to kill before I had another appointment. And then so basically hung out and then was up there all day.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Walnut Creek. If you follow me on Instagram, which is Johnny Beane, um, I posted some photos, uh, and basically just was up there all day long. Um, a little earlier this evening, I ended up going to this car show in Alamo, California, at the Alamo Plaza Center. It's like a shopping center.
Right.
Do you guys have Five Guys burgers out there?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Okay, yeah, a Five Guys just opened right there, so it's pretty busy.
That's
Pretty
cool.
pretty busy, but
They have good burgers,
yeah, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm pretty good. Um,
and I like the peanuts.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I've.
I did say peanuts, by the way.
Oh, you did. Oh, okay. Okay. Um. um. So yeah, I was walking around looking at some cool cars, like really cool stuff. Um. And then there was this band playing there, playing cover tunes, you know. So I walk up and I'm standing, kind of like not directly in front of them, but like back a little bit behind some tables and stuff. And they're playing, uh, some songs or whatever. I filmed a little bit and put it on my Instagram. Um, but anyway, I noticed that the singer played an original Pink Ernie Ball Music Man.
Oh,
You know,
Van Halen guitar.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So I took some photos,
Hmm.
of that, and
Was it female singer or male singer?
female.
Hmm.
The band is called Rosemarie and the Rhythm Riders. And I guess that they play around. I guess they play around here pretty regularly. Um, but so I'm standing there, and in between songs, she points like in my direction, and she says, "Do you play music?" And it's like one of those things where you don't know who they're talking to.
Hmm.
It's like, are they talking to somebody next to me or behind me or whatever? So I point at myself. I point. I'm like, me, and she's like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, I thought so. you know
Yeah.
so I don't know if she if recognized me or I don't know. Maybe
Were,
I look like I play music.
were you incognito?
Well, I was just looking like me. Sunglasses, hat, t-shirt. That's all it
You
is.
look you look just like your sticker, like your the sticker of your hat and glasses.
Well, except with the face, too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you had a face.
There's a bit of a
Awesome.
face in there as well, you know. Uh, yeah, so
Nice.
it was kind of weird. It's like, huh? Um, so I was almost expecting them to like say, "Hey, come up and play something." Um, but so I was thinking, I'm like, "Oh, what if they call me up there? What do I know? What can I say? We can play because obviously they're all, I think, covers.
Yeah.
Maybe they do original stuff too. I don't know. You can look them up. I just while I was there, I looked up their Facebook. So they have a Facebook. It's Rosemarie and the Rhythm Riders. Um, and you'll recognize them because she plays the pink EVH Music Band guitar. So, uh,
You should
hey,
have interviewed her.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, they were playing music. I was doing other things.
Hmm.
Um, hey, John. Good evening. Good morning. Good morning on the Coast to Coast show.
Yes,
I was
coast
at
to coast.
I was actually just listening to Coast before I on the car in the car just before I ran in the door. Well, yeah. This really is a Coast to Coast show, really, because you're on
Yeah.
the East Coast, I'm on the West Coast.
Yeah.
You know, We're sitting here talking, basically. Yeah, it's really bizarre if you think about it.
It's
You know,
crazy.
yeah,
That's a craze. That's a craze.
it's wild.
Yeah, I know.
Wild. So yeah. Anyways, yes, I was checking out this band, and yeah, they're playing, John, Mellencamp songs, Shania. I think they played a lot of Shania Twain, actually. Um, different stuff, different stuff. Yeah, so I was watching them, and then after that, I had to head back to Walnut Creek, and then back, south, you know, this way,
Hmm. Yeah.
and made a pit stop in San Jose, as I normally do.
Uh huh.
Although I got In and Out in San Ramon. Uh, I got a double double and a French fry, And yeah, that's the best burger there is, man.
It's the best, Jerry.
Until you've had In-N-Out Burger, you know. Five Guys really is almost like the competition in a way, but it's not even the same at all.
Right.
It's not. It's really not the same thing.
Hmm.
Um, hey, David Allen, yo. David Allen Wright says, "Hey guys, what's up?
Yo,
Setting up Skype tonight and running my pod through the computer. How are you guys tonight?
doing
We're
good.
we're great, man. We're great.
Doing real
I,
good.
I, I just rolled through the door. Uh, was out all day long. David Allen, he's asking how your eye is doing.
It's doing great, David. Thank you. I appreciate the concern. Yeah, I'm finally I'm able to see out of that left eye now. It's great.
Hmm.
Really cool. I was gonna say something. I don't remember exactly where I was. Oh, did you? So did you get your Friedman OD pedal? The BEOD? Someone was lending you?
Who, me or him?
You.
Me?
Yes.
Oh no, they just mailed it today.
Who was it? Who's lending it to you? Who's showing it to you?
I don't know if I should say.
Okay then.
Maybe I won't say right now.
Very good
Um,
then.
but yeah, no, I got an instant message on Facebook today saying, "Hey, do you want to borrow my pedal for a week?" You know, I guess he has a couple of them, and yeah, he mailed it right out. I'm like, oh, I would just need it for like a day, to do some recording with it, to film a demo, all that stuff.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, apparently it's mailed out because he sent me a tracking number and everything already. So,
That's great.
and this is within the course of like an hour or something. It was quick, super quick. Um, yeah, yeah. So that'll be cool. That'll be cool to try that thing out
You're gonna love it. I can
and
tell you. I'll tell you what I think the best setting.
yeah. Well, yeah. I was gonna ask you when I'm filming my review and demo and all that, if
Yeah, yeah,
you could just let me know what you
sure.
think and some settings
Yeah, sure.
and all that stuff.
Yep.
Um,
The first thing you'll have to do when you get it is open it up and just there's a trim pot on the inside. Turn it
hmm
down. You got to turn it down to about between 9 and 10 o'clock. Otherwise, it's just like having if you have it if you keep it up, it's just like having channel 3 on a 5150 amp. It's just way too much overdrive,
Oh, okay.
and it squeals at that point too.
hmm
So if you have that internal trim pot down, and then you use your gain on the outside, it actually sounds better. It's less noisy. It's just a great sounding pedal.
hmm hmm Yeah, yeah. I'm excited to try it. And it'll be much better than trying one at Guitar Center. You know, where
Yeah.
I can actually do actual recordings of the thing
Hmm.
and play it through my actual amp and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
and crank it. I'll be cranking the thing.
Yep. Your
So
best bet is to play it through that 212 Fender.
okay.
That's what I suggest.
hmm
Because your 5150 amp, that doesn't really have a clean channel, right? It's like a little dirty. Even the clean is like a little dirty, right?
Well, no, no, I mean it is clean. It's not that it's dirty. It's not like the lunchbox. It actually is a clean channel, but it's not a very bright clean channel.
Hmm.
It doesn't really brighten up
Well,
as much.
you don't really want a bright sound. It doesn't react the same with a very bright clean sound. It's uh well, you'll hear it when you get the pedal. You'll hear it. You'll be like, oh yeah, cool. You know, you kind of want your clean sound to be a little on the uh, warm sound on the warm side. You don't really want it too bright.
hmm hmm Okay. Okay, and Michael Smith is saying, "What's up, Johnny and Dave? Glad that Dave's eye surgery went well.
Michael Smith. Thank
Ask
you, brother.
Dave. Ask Dave what is the best setting for the Friedman BEOD. Yeah, yeah. That's what we're just now talking about. Hopefully, I'll get the pedal probably early next week,
Mhm.
and I'll do some videos and some audio and all that stuff. David Allen Wright, dude. David, did you? I know you're joking about Third Eye Blind. Did you know that I actually know the original bass player in that band?
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, the original bassist and the original guitarist, they were all kicked out of the band. Apparently, the singer is just like a total jerk, right?
Mhm.
And so the original guitarist and bassist, they're actually performing that music themselves with a different singer.
Are
Because
they
they
calling it Third Eye Blind?
uh, what are they called? I can't think of what it. No, no, actually, they're not. And the singer actually tried suing them for even doing that. And yeah, it's a huge mess. I've heard a bunch of the stories from the bass player. Yeah, the bass player, I was actually with him. I was there when he was introduced to Jason Becker, actually. And because well, I think where did we originally meet? I think we originally met. I think it was at a studio, but we would show up at these Jason Becker. Oh, David Allen. This totally makes sense with what you're talking about earlier. Uh, we actually met up at a couple Jason Becker screenings for that film,
Hmm.
right? So I was there when the bass player from Third Eye Blind, the original bassist, uh, his name's uh, uh, Salzar. Um, when when he met Jason and what was I going to say? Anyway, we went out to eat in Berkeley. We were eating, and he was telling me stories about Third Eye Blind and how they screwed him over and all this stuff. And it's all public stuff. Anybody who follows the band knows all this stuff,
Hmm.
But anyway, that's so funny. It's such a small world because David Allen Wright was telling me how he was watching that Jason Becker documentary,
Oh yeah, sure.
and I told him, well, hey, if you watch the end, you can see me in the movie in a couple scenes, you know.
Cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah. He still has to watch the movie. Yeah, yeah. You'll enjoy it. I suggest everybody check it out. Even if you're not a fan of that kind of music or whatever, but I think just the story in itself, I think is something people should definitely check out. And if you're a fan of just music in general, it's one of those films that you'll really you'll really understand it.
Yeah, sure. Hmm. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Uh. What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah. So I can't wait to get that pedal. That'll be cool.
It will be.
And
A lot of stuff given to us lately.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, a lot of people listen to these things,
Yeah, a lot of people
you
just
know?
absolutely love us.
Well, I didn't say that. I just said they watch it.
No, I think people love us.
Uh,
Michael Smith, you love us, right? You got you guys that listen to us love us. We love you guys.
As Nesdal lays there in a fur coat.
I'm not in a fur coat.
Um,
I'm not a furry guy.
oh gosh. Okay. David Allen Wright. I'm a huge fan of the talent show in high school. Still blows me away.
Hmm.
Talent show. Are you talking about the Jason Becker video in Richmond when he played guitar? Um, Michael Smith just got my pedal yesterday. Haven't had a chance to play it yet. Been busy with all the travel for my aunt's passing. I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that, Michael.
We'll try it through my 412 tomorrow. Looking forward to it big time.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Nice. Jaden James, 104. Good evening.
Jaden.
Michael Smith says he loves you 100%. David Allen Wright, Jason Becker Talent Show. Yeah. Yeah, I know the video you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, it's him playing in the front. He's playing his Strat, I believe, that has the pick guard that's kind of striped up to look kind of like Eddie. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
got to be
David.
really young. He's got to be really young in that.
It was 80s. It was probably mid 80s, early 80s, maybe. He's I think you guys are the same age. I think
Hmm.
you and him are probably I think he's like 46, 47.
Yeah, I'm 46.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you guys are about the same age. Okay, yeah, David Allen Wright says he was 15 at the time
So that's 1985.
when Jason did that. Yeah, it was like 84, 85 somewhere. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, David Allen Wright, man. Yeah, definitely. You should definitely watch that documentary. Like I said, I've seen it. I've seen it probably 5 times. And I every time I saw it, it was actually in a movie theater on the huge screen, actually, and I was with Jason.
Wow.
Every time I saw it. Yeah. 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 I would go to the screenings
That's bad. That's
and then get to, talk to Jason afterwards and
really
um
cool.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, I post some of the photos I have are from some of those screenings. Like remember the photos of me holding his guitars?
Yeah.
Holding the Ibanez or the PV Numbers guitar, holding
Yep.
the pink Charvel with all the stickers.
Mhm.
Those are at actually a screening in Richmond. It was actually on Jason's birthday, actually, that day. Um, but yeah, yeah, that was one of the screenings for the film.
That don't get much cooler than that.
That might have been the first time I saw it, actually. I saw it several times, several different. No, no, the first time I saw it was in San Jose, actually, for CineQuest, which is a what do you call it? A film. What do you call it when it's a bunch of films and you go and you uh,
Movie shorts.
huh? It sounded like you said remove your shorts.
No, movie shorts.
Dude, come on.
The movie shorts.
Ah. Um. Oh, like a film festival. That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a San Jose film festival called CineQuest. It happens every year. That's where I saw Stuart Copeland's film, the film he made about the police, and then he did a Q&A, and that's where I met him the first
Nice.
time. Movie festival. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that was back. The Stuart Copeland thing was back in like 2007 or something. But the Jason Becker one would have been just, I don't know, a few years ago,
Hmm.
2011.
Sure.
Well, it would have been after that actual show at the end. 2012 maybe. Something like that. Um, but anyway, yeah, so the first time I saw the film was in San Jose at the Cinequest Film Festival. And then I told the story before, but I'll say it really quickly. As I was leaving the theater, uh, this was in San Jose. As I was leaving, there's a huge crowd of people waiting to get in for the next movie, the next Q&A, right? It's a bunch of different. It wasn't just Jason Becker. It was a bunch of different things, all in a row, right? So after Jason's was over, I was leaving, and there was a bunch of people waiting to get in for the next one. And it turned out the next film starred that guy Creed from uh, what's it called? The TV show, uh, The Office.
Yeah,
Is that The Office, right?
yeah.
Um, anyway, so people are waiting to get in for that, right? And right when I go through the door to get out, uh, there's just like all these people around me, and I end up I end up bumping into and basically rubbing against Creed himself, the guy from The Office,
Yeah, that's cool.
right? And because it was so quick, he's like right in front of me, passing by me, and right when he passes by, I'm like, hey, I'm like, it's you, you know.
Yeah,
And then I mean, it was that fast, it was that quick, you know. So that was kind of cool, because
very
yeah,
cool.
I enjoyed, we used to watch The Office all the time, uh, whenever that was out. I don't know, 10 years ago,
Yeah.
5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, 8 years ago,
Hmm.
whatever it was. Uh, yeah, so that was funny. That was funny. Oh, Michael Smith is saying, you guys kept me company at the airport last week on my way to New York. For the services meant a lot.
Our,
Yeah.
our pleasure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
yeah. I mean, thanks for, uh, what? Thanks for listening,
everything.
you know? Yeah. Thank you for everything, of course. But yeah, I'm glad we could keep you company on the road, you know?
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, very cool.
Michael Smith also says, ask Dave how long does he have to wear the eye patch?
No, it's off. The eye patch is off.
And why is it not in a Van Halen pattern?
Why is it?
Why didn't you stripe that thing?
Because I knew that it was coming off. Midday. It doesn't stay on. It's. They just wanted it on. They wanted it on for the first 3 hours so that my eye can acclimate to light. But it's off. It's off now, and my eyes are they're getting better and better. I still have. There's a halo. I can see a halo around everything, but it's getting better and better. Every minute actually.
Hmm.
My eyesight. This is the best my eyesight's been in years and years and years. I see very bright.
So you had cataracts removed.
Yes.
Is it also? But you never wore glasses before this.
No.
But we see you wearing glasses now.
Just for close up to read and for very close.
So it's to remove cataracts, but it's not like a LASIK kind of thing, or
No, not at all. Not at all. Cataracts, basically, um, what a cataract is. I'm going to give you an analogy. Say you have like your windshield on your car,
hmm
and the inside is like there's a yellow film. Say just you remember when you used to smoke, right? And you'd smoke in your car, and there'd be like a yellow film on the inside of the car.
well, I didn't smoke that much. Come on.
Well, all right. Well, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. You walk into grandma's house or
Yeah.
something.
Okay. Okay.
You walk into somebody's house after they've been smoking in it for years and years, and the walls are actually yellow.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So imagine the lens, my eyes, the lenses of my eyes. The inside is yellow, and it gets darker and darker and darker. That's what a cataract is. It's I don't know how it happens or why it happens, but what they do to remove it is basically what they did with my eye is they used a laser to obliterate it, and then
You're using some big words tonight, man.
yeah, I know.
Acclimate.
There's
Yeah,
not,
David Allen Wright's pointing this out.
right.
This is his territory.
So then you go up to the operating room, and they the doctor pretty much pretty much vacuums that whole lens because it's destroyed. They destroy it. It's you know like dust particles, and they vacuum your eyeball out pretty much and get that out, and then they put a new lens in. It's really weird. It's really weird, and that's really it in a nutshell. They open your eye up a little bit, take the old obliterated lens out like with a tiny vacuum cleaner, and they shove a new lens in there and close you up, and it heals. If you're lucky, it heals in like a week or two. And luckily for me, I heal pretty quickly for a diabetic. So in 2 weeks I'll be healed. But it's the eyesight is almost immediately better.
Hmm. Uh, and you're awake while they're doing all this,
Oh yes, yes you are awake.
so
Yes.
you see everything that's going on.
Well, the thing is that what the laser does is it kills your lens, so you can't see out of it. You're actually blind.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, yeah. You're absolutely blind
Okay, I'm gonna panic now.
until they put the new lens in.
This.
When they
Uh,
put the new lens in, you can see again.
I don't know if I can take any more of this, man. Oh.
Well, then we don't have to talk about it. But
No, but oh my gosh. How do you? What do you? So so you're lying. You're laying there. You're looking at your doctor. You're looking at their fingers. All of a sudden, everything just goes black.
not black. You can see light, but you can't see anything else. It's just like you're so blurry that you can't really see anything but light. And it's nerve wracking because you wind up thinking, well, what happens if this doesn't take? What happens if something's ruined or if something messes up? You're blind for life, but you're not because it never it's 100%. Uh, it works for everybody. There's no downside. It's so perfected that you know there's no downside.
Hmm.
It's really my doctor, the guy that did my eyes, he does like 20 of them a day or 30 of them a day. He does this operation 30 times a day.
And they're quick.
Yeah, 15 minutes. And that's if it's a tough one. It's usually like 8 or 9 minutes long, the whole operation. Not the laser
Wow.
part, but from when they take you upstairs and you go on the operating table. That's like 9 minutes. That's it. And you
So
don't feel it.
so you're actually on a table and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. You're in an operating room, and there's nurses and the doctor, and he's asking for, scalpel, blah blah blah, like you would hear on a TV show.
Blue Bloods.
No, Blue Bloods is a cop show.
I'm sure they probably go to hospitals.
Yes.
I mean, TJ Hooker was always in the, waiting room.
But
Wow.
yeah, it was it's always an ordeal. You got to just put trust in your doctor and know that he's not going to hurt you. and it's pretty quick. But it's there's some stages. After the surgery, you're sitting there blind for like a half hour because you got to wait. There's usually people ahead of you, and you got to get anesthesia and all that stuff. So you're sitting in this little waiting room area, blind, waiting to get your eyesight back.
Hmm. Wow.
So, and the first time I did it, I was like really nervous, like because I've never done it before. I didn't know that you're left blind for a while before they put a new lens in your eye. So I was like, and I was alone. They wouldn't. You can't do this by yourself. You have to have someone take you and then take you home. So my mom and my stepfather took me, and the first time they waited in the waiting room downstairs, like in this beginning waiting room. So, and I was upstairs alone. I had no one to talk to. I was just there by myself waiting for the operation. So it was scary. So this time around, I was like, I told them, I said, you know what? I don't want to go up to that room by myself. Let my mom come up with me. And she doesn't have to go into the operating room or hold my hand or nothing, but I need someone there. I just need someone just to stay with me because I'm blind. And they allowed it. So that was cool.
Hmm. Hmm. Wow. But this time, so you had the one good eye this time when you went in.
Yes, but it's still, and this time I also took 5 milligram tablet of Valium, so I was really calm. I was not nervous at all.
Hmm.
The first time I didn't. They offered it, but I didn't want it. I should have taken it the first time, but this time I was like, yeah, I'll take the Valium, and I've never taken Valium before, so I was like really like I was high, but like really calm, like nothing. You could have shot me and I wouldn't have felt it.
Hmm. Yeah, I've never taken anything, so I don't even know what the I don't know what it does.
It
Uh,
just calms you down. It lowers your blood pressure. It really makes you like nothing can bother you. Everything is cool, and you end up talking. You talk like that. Everything slows down. You feel like you're floating. You're high for all intents and purposes. You're actually high, but not like freaking out high. You're just like, yeah, I don't care what happens. It's all good. I'm sure it'll be fine. And you're like, really, it's weird. It's what a weird feeling. And I don't want to be like that ever again, really. But if you're gonna go through an operation like that, take the Valium because it actually helps. It helps you cope with it.
hmm. Hmm.
And that's what helped me sleep during the day. That Valium, when I got home, I slept. I slept, and it wore off. Once I woke up, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm back to normal, and I can see better.
Hmm. Hmm. Wow. So 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 what's your vision like now? Is it
Well,
what will
it's
it be?
almost it will be 2020 for distance. I won't need glasses to see, to drive, but to read, I'll need glasses.
Hmm.
Like normal, like I've been like when we're on Hangouts, I'll need glasses so that I can see you through the computer because it's close. But I won't need any type of glasses to drive.
Hmm. Hmm. Is it kind of like LASIK
I don't know what LASIK is.
in a
I've never
way?
had that. I've never had it, so I don't know what that is.
Well,
I,
LASIK. I mean, that's where they David Allen Wright is saying he had LASIK done about 10 years ago,
mhm.
and he said he was nearsighted and legally blind without glasses. When he got the eye surgery, he had 20 to 0. Is that vision
I don't know what that means.
for 8 years? He had to watch a red light and the laser reshape. The iris.
Okay.
So
Well,
he had
apparently I don't need that. I didn't need LASIK.
he said he had both eyes done at the same time, and oh, he said he was like Stevie Wonder for 24 hours.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. And luckily I don't need to.
But yeah, LASIK. I mean, that's what they do to where if people that wear glasses, they fix their eyes where they don't have to wear glasses.
Right.
And I know people who have done that. I would never do any of this stuff. I mean, I can't even, the doctor for the smallest thing is
Hmm.
a nightmare for me as it is.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Um, but I know people who have done LASIK and they basically they say, their eyes feel really really like sandpaper for a little while. Maybe yours do too while it's healing. Maybe it itches. Um
Well, my eye itches a little bit, but I have to take drops 4 times a day, and most of
yeah.
the drops are a antibiotic so that my eyes heal, so that the one eye
Mhm.
heals. So, and I will have to say that I will have to. I'm gonna have to split in a minute because I do need to get some sleep. I have to go to my appointment. My appointment is at 8:45 in the morning for my follow up. So
Mhm. Mhm. Oh yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be tough. So
You're the one that stayed up, not me.
yeah, I know. I know.
It's only 20 to 12 where I am. It's still early.
Well, I'm gonna have to split and go to sleep. And I'm getting a little bit of a headache. My eye hurts a little bit now, but it, it'll be better by tomorrow.
Mhm. Mhm. Hey, Joe Wentz. Oh, Joe Wentz just showed up. You can't go to bed now.
Ah, the incomparable Joe Wentz.
Nesdal had surgery this morning, and he's starting to wuss out. You know,
But I do have a killer USA made Jackson.
It's- be careful of that headstock, man. You might have to go back.
Well, I'm not sleeping with it.
Are you sure? I
It is
thought
ne- it is
every.
next to the bed. It
Oh,
is on his
well,
bed next to the bed.
yeah,
But
well, don't roll over. You'll roll right into it.
no,
I would never sleep with a Jackson,
no.
and I'm not talking about Michael. I,
Jermaine, you're gonna sleep with Jermaine.
Latoya. Um,
No, I think you're more of a Jermaine guy.
no, no. Yeah, no. The only guitar I ever slept with was a Steinberger. There's no there's no danger in that headstock. You know.
There is no headstock.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah. I actually have a photo of me sleeping on a couch with my guitar, like I fell asleep practicing when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You ever see that?
Nope.
No, it's online. Uh it's around. Maybe if I find it, I'll post it up for a throw up Thursday or freak out Friday or something. Um Michael Smith says, "Morning, Joe." Yeah. Joe says, "I hope Dave feels better soon."
I feel better already, but thank you.
David on Wright says after he got his LASIK done, he wore ski goggles in the shower and while sleeping.
Yeah, I'm supposed to wear a cup over my eye that they gave me, like it's a small cup, just so that I don't hit my eye. But I'm not going to do that. I didn't do it the first time, and I'm pretty careful. At least I think I am. But
Yeah. You just have Dennis put you in the straight jacket.
no, well, I just have to make sure that Brandy doesn't, wag her tail and hit me in the eye. And for the next couple days, I can't get that eye wet, so it's going to be tough to take a shower for the next couple days. I'm going to have to do a sponge bath. for the next couple days.
Ugh,
Well, what do you want from me? I
I don't
can't get.
want.
You
I don't
can't.
want. I don't want to think about that. But
Well, you don't have to think about it.
you can go days without bathing though, can't you?
No,
I mean, you don't go outside every day, do you?
sure I do. Absolutely.
Because there's days where I see you and you look like the same. Like you never change. Like your shirt's always the same.
Really?
Hmm.
I don't think so. I do have a lot. I do have a lot of black shirts, dude.
Yeah. Well, if you need your sponge bath, I mean, I guess, that's your thing.
Hmm. I mean, I can give it to myself. No one needs to help me, but I can't get my eye wet
I don't even know what
my
that
shirt.
is. I don't even know what that is. Joe Wentz. Oh, David Allen Wright says Joe Wentz is the 26th version of moving on. Oh, I told you guys I was a huge fan of that show for a little while, and that's the reason why I had that mustache when I went to Nam that year because the guy in Moving On had a mustache. I thought that was cool. That's really the why I had that, believe it or not. And then it was funny because when I was at Nam that year, that's when I first met Chip in person. I was at the booth and I turn around and he's standing there and he's like Johnny Beane. He knew me, So it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah.
And he had a beard, you know. So it's like that's kind of the thing now is you go to Nam and you got the beard, you got the mustache. Sometimes I have the beard, sometimes I guess. Although I kind of already did it. So what it's only September. I guess I could grow it back and then have it in time for Nam this year, but or I mean, this January. Uh Joanne's, am I ready for my gig? No, not yet. I was gone all day today. I'll be practicing all day tomorrow. And
Sure you will.
then yeah.
And you'll be ready for our hangout tomorrow night.
Oh, is that
It's Friday.
uh oh yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
We can
Yeah,
we can
we
make
can.
it we can make it Jackson Friday.
Mhm. Jackson Friday. That's a Big Ten for. Uh, yeah, 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 yeah. Cool, cool. Okay, well, yeah, you can split. I'll stay on here for a little bit.
Yeah. All right,
So,
dude. All right. Well, I'll talk to everyone tomorrow night. You guys all have a good day and a good night, and we'll catch up tomorrow.
yes, yeah, yeah. Well, glad your surgery went well. Glad you got a new guitar. So, just be careful of that headstock.
Yes,
Especially while you're sleeping.
absolutely. Okay. All right, guys. Take care. Johnny, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll talk to everyone else tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah,
Laters.
yes. All right. See you, man.
Night.
Oh man, hold the Michael Jackson. A Jackson guitar. I would not sleep with a Jackson guitar. I'll tell you that, man. Those headstocks. No way. No way, man. Oh, Dave just left. Michael Smith is saying ask his opinion on the Friedman pedal. He would probably give it a 10. I'm just guessing because I know he really loves that thing. David Onright is saying moving on with Claude Akins. He was in BJ and the Bear as well. I know the guy from My Two Dads was in that show. Not Paul Reiser, the other guy. Joe Wentz says, I went back and listened to the hangout where you discussed the 28th anniversary of OU 812. Yeah, yeah, that was a good one. 28 years? Are you serious? That can't be true, is it? I hope not. Oh my gosh. I'm really old if that's the truth. Um, yeah. Oh, 0812. That was actually the very first CD I ever bought, believe it or not. As in just a compact disc, you know. I remember that. I remember that day, you know. What about you guys? Whoever's listening to this right now or on playback, leave in the comments below. What was the first CD you bought? And hey, while you're thinking about that, give me 20 seconds, okay? Because I've been sitting here for like an hour. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I know it's not a good idea to have dead air in a podcast. I should probably play some music or something. Let's see. Michael Smith says Tempest. Huh? How do you pronounce that? Fugit? Fugit? Time flies. Joanne says I went ahead and bought the digital copy of 0812. Digital? You mean an MP3? Do you guys remember back in the was it the 90s? Yeah, it would have been in the 90s. Or no, early 2000s maybe. Remember when people when they were releasing albums on mini disc? Do you guys remember that? Remember mini discs you could actually record. It was like doing like CD quality recordings. You had a little mini disc recorder with a microphone. I used to record our gigs using those things. But I remember some record companies actually released actual albums on mini disc. Do you guys remember that? That's wild. It's really wild. Yeah, yeah. MP3. Let's see. Oh, time flies. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's crazy. David Allen Wright saying, "Gray." Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the dude. Oh man. Yeah, yeah. I'll have to check out some of those TV shows. My waiting music needs to play some of the WKRP elevator music. Yeah, I'm looking for music that I could actually play on this thing while I take short breaks. I can't play anything that I have on iTunes because I'll get busted from my own music. Believe it or not. Let me see if there's anything I can actually play. Um, let me see. Hmm. I'm not even signed into this thing, am I? Hmm. Eh. Need some tape lines on the floor. Who? Me or you? Tape lines on the floor. Joe Wentz. Did you see my hangout, Johnny? I played my Flying V. I think I saw that was earlier. I was watching some of your stuff. Yeah, I was gone all day today. I was out of, well, I can say out of town, but technically I'm still in California. I was just an hour and a half north, you know. Michael Smith, I just noticed that your avatar looks like you have a pair of horns on your head. Me? Oh yeah. Yeah, those are actually those are Wolfgang necks. Yeah, that was at Nam. That was at Nam like a year ago or something. And I'm in front of a row of Wolfgangs. That's what that is. That's what that stuff is. um, Let me see. Actually, I do have to take another just tiny break really quickly. Um, Let me see if I can play some music for you really quickly. Although I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it. I can't play that. I don't know if I can play any of this stuff. I can play this, but I might get in trouble for playing this, even though it's my own song. You can actually get in trouble for playing your own things on on YouTube. On the YouTube. I don't know if I can play any of those. How long is that? That's like a minute. I don't know if you guys would even be able to hear it. Here, let me I got to take another tiny little break. I'll be right back. Joe Wentz, does Nam charge to get in? I've never been to one. No, they don't. But you have to know uh you basically have to know somebody to get in. That's the only way it works. It's not open to the public. Uh it depends on which Nam. There's a summer Nam, which I believe they have a public day, which actually if David Allen Wright is still here, he can actually tell you about that because he actually went just recently. Um, as far as the winter Nam here in California, it's not open to the public at all. You have to know somebody to be able to get in. But here, let me. I'll be right back. Hopefully, you guys can hear this. Let me do this. I'll play some music for you guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, so don't go anywhere. Hey, okay, I'm back. Yo. All right, sorry. Yeah, that was actually that was some of my actual music. That was me. Stuff that I've written. Just some acoustic pieces. No, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, actually, I wasn't here. I was. What happened was basically right when I came through the door tonight, Nesdal wanted to jump on and talk about his day today. Which is basically what we do on these podcast vlogs. Talk about our day, what we did, and he's 3 hours ahead of me, so it's only right after midnight here. It's like 3 in the morning where he is. So he wanted to jump on and talk about his day. So that's basically what we did, and it didn't give me. I just walked through the door, jumped on here, and here we are. And I think we've been on for a little while already. I think it's been at least over an hour, at least. um, but so I haven't had time to do anything else. So I just had to take a few minutes there. But yeah, I don't know. Could you hear that music at all? It was basically just the microphone next to my phone is what it was. Uh, but if you liked what you heard, those tunes are actually they're up on my SoundCloud. You can actually go to my SoundCloud and listen to those. They're just little acoustic pieces that I've written. I write a lot of stuff. Like I explained the other day, I'm always writing stuff, always. So look for a lot of actually new music. Um, cool. Thank you, Joe. Thank you very much, man. But yeah, look for a lot of new music to come. That's what I'll be focusing on. Um, just to get a lot of new recordings out there, because I have so many ideas. It's crazy. Um, Taking care of business. Well, actually, it wasn't really that kind of business. Um, just other things. But yeah, yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. Joe Wentz, is my are my songs available for purchase? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've got music on iTunes. Just search my name on iTunes, and there's some songs that come up. Uh, I also use CD Baby. Um, what's the other one? What's I'd have to go to my own website to look for it. There's another site you can go to where you can buy the music from. Uh, of course, iTunes is the main one, of course, but um, I think the stuff's probably everywhere. Amazon. You can probably go almost anywhere just and look for my name. TuneCore. Um, I don't know if it was that one. Uh, well, I know if you don't like iTunes, I know the stuff is all up on Amazon as well. But there was this other site that I have my music up on where you can buy it, and man, what was it called? I can't even remember. I can't even. Uh, anyway, anyway, I can't even. It's up on my site. Go to johnnybean.com, and all the links to everything is right there. You will see everything. And maybe I should actually update the blog on johnnybean.com. It hasn't been updated in like 3 years because since then all these other things have come out like Tumblr and Instagram and all this other stuff, and I just upload to all these different things. But as far as Facebook, I've got my Facebook guitarist Johnny Bean page where I post a lot of stuff. You can go and like that page and be in the loop, of new things. Michael Smith. Okay, I'm reading the comments. So anybody listening to this in the future, if it's not, September 16th anymore, 12:11 a.m. I'm reading out of a comment box here, and I know all these comments will not be there in the future. That's one of the reasons why I don't like using this. But um, anyway, anyway, Um, but Michael Smith says, "What was the first pedal that you ever wanted and or bought and why?" Um, the very first pedal I ever got was a distortion. It was the Boss, some sort of no, not Boss, DOD or Dodd, however you pronounce that. DOD distortion pedal. I still have it. That was the first pedal I ever got. I haven't used it in years, but it was a distortion, but it also came with like a slight echo as well, which I don't really understand now. Maybe I'll have to dig that pedal out and do a video on it. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do actually. That's a good idea. Um, Joe Wentz says, "Cool man, I'm gonna check you out on yeah, yeah, yeah. Just search my name on iTunes, and there'll be 5 or 6 songs or something. And I'm gonna put some more stuff up, more tracks. So, but hey, listen, I better split. I know it's late. It's late where I am. I've had a long day. It must be really late where some of you guys are. Thank you for listening. Whoa. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the thumbs ups. It's very cool. I really appreciate it. And yeah, if you dig these things, yeah, look for these every day. I'll do whatever I'm doing now. I'll do these things every day for you guys. Talk about our day, you know. It's a very very cool thing. So, and then it looks like we'll be doing a Van Halen guitar EVH gear video tomorrow, live, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, meaning Friday tomorrow. Even though today is Friday now, but so look for that. Jump in, and yeah. And then I've got a gig I'm playing on Saturday, and then I'll talk about that. You will hear all about that. Thank you very much. Uh, and then good night, Joe Wentz. Good night, everybody. Good night, Michael Smith. Good night, David Allenwright. Oh, back preference, rosewood or maple? I like both. I'll use either or. You know, they're all different. You know, they're all. I don't know. A guitar is a guitar. You know. Good night, Jaden James 104. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate you guys listening to this stuff. You know. Yeah, I like all kinds of different guitars. I play everything. You know, like I tell you guys about Edward Van Halen. You know, you guys might see him playing 1 or 2 guitars, but he really plays everything. Believe it. Huh? Douglas, you just tuned in? Yeah. Well, I've been sitting there for like 2 hours already. Rewind the video, and you'll find David Nesdall talking about his day, about his eye surgery, and all that stuff. So thank you very much, Rick. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Come back tomorrow. I'll be live again, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. The EVH Gear Guitar Talk. Check that out. It'll be myself, David Nesdall, probably Rob Johnson, and who knows? You never know. It'll always be good though. We've always got fresh things to talk about. Take your questions. Maybe a few surprises. All right. Yeah. So if you just tuned in, rewind the video. You'll have like a whole hour or so to listen to. Keep rocking, everybody. See you guys later. Remember, follow me on Instagram. Instagram, Johnny Beane. All right. See you guys soon. Keep rocking, everybody. Good night.